Some more bits here, like there's ABBA. I hate ABBA, but I know some people love ABBA, and that's still St. Michael's, probably from the 70s, 80s, still sealed. It's only a cassette tape. You'll probably check it out. It'll probably only be worth £1, but it might be worth 20, 30 quid, who knows? Just come back and completed phase 2 of a clearance we started a long time ago. The property is now sold, and we just cleared the rest of the stuff over in Twickenham. So it took us an hour and a half to do that, which is amazing. So we've got the rest of the day free now to go sort the van out and then go to the shop. And there's a few little bits, there's 2 tubs of little ornaments and that I got from this clearance, which haven't checked them out yet in terms of value, but what I'll do, I'll get to the shop, I'll unpack them and just go through some bits with you just to see what we found. I'd like to hear your feedback on what we found, and I'll talk a bit more about that when we get to the shop. But for now, we've got about an hour and 20 minutes to get back to the shop. So we best get on the road. So we have arrived back at the shop. We did stop, which is very rare. We stopped for a breakfast at a cafe. We finished the job so quickly. It's very rare. We probably do that like once every 3 months, but we did. Leo is now with me. Kev has shot off, and I'm going to get the back down to show you a couple of bits of the furniture that we got from this clearance. And this is great to give you an insight into like where a lot of our stock comes from. It comes from clearances, most of it, besides the stuff that we buy. And this is just give you a little bit of an insight into sort of the stuff that we get. And then I've got the 2 tubs of bits and bobs, which may or may not be worth much. I don't know. I'm going with a gut feeling on a lot of it. A lot of it's going to be eBay type stuff, not so much stuff, not such stuff we put in the shop itself. But we'll get the back down and we'll have a little look through it. So yeah, stay tuned. So first up is this lovely little oak unit. It's a bureau to an extent, but not so much a writing bureau. Not deep at all. Really nice, shallow unit, which is obviously really useful for a lot of people. Not really the sort of thing I usually put in the shop, if I'm totally honest, because it has got some age, but it's not hugely old. It's certainly not antique, but it's a really nice, useful little thing. And we probably put it in the shop, probably get to sort of 80 quid for that in the shop. Then we have this lovely little child's wardrobe. It's got like an arts and crafts kind of feel to it. Really nice, yeah, with the Tudor roses on the front. Just a nice grain to it, bit of wear is what I like, not too tall. And then inside it's just got little, sort of, someone's obviously put them up themselves, so they can probably take it out, get a little rail in there. You've got the corner shelves there. It's a really cool little item. Just this little oak bookshelf, if you like. That's got some age to it. That's probably 1920s. Again, nothing too exciting, but it's useful for someone. And then this is good, a 1950s mid-century sideboard. All original, all intact, just needs a bit of a clean. Door goes into the middle. We had one kind of similar ish. It was a bit bigger the other day. That sold for $275. So we'll probably get 150 to 180 on that. But it just fills a few gaps in the shop, looks good, and it shows people getting fresh stock in. Then we're going to go through the tubs that we just bought in a second, so hang tight for that. So we've now got the bits in place. Didn't have much space for this little wardrobe, so we put it there for now. Move some bits around, but this lovely 1950s sideboard has gone here, and then I just spent the last 10 minutes just displaying it a bit nicer, a few of our little bits, just to try and stage it, just to make it look as appealing as possible. So when people come in the shop, it looks nice, and we want people to have a nice experience as they go through the whole shop. And I'll give it a bit of a clean. It's come out really nice. It's come out really, really nice. And then down here, purely just out of showing you out of interest, we often get, obviously being a clearance company and our main key is to avoid landfill, we often get bits that are broken. Sometimes we break things ourselves, sometimes they're already broken. And we basically make kilo bags or 2 kilo bags of broken crockery and sell them as bags of mosaic for like £10 each. And they sell really well, and it limits the waste hugely. So another cool thing, look at that. little milk jug. Little cow. You don't see many of them. You know, it's the most random things, quirky little things that we find on our travels, as you can see, and that's just one of them. I think that's so cool. And all of this, guys, is available, even though it's on YouTube. It's a real shop, real stuff, real people. It's all available to purchase. But for now, I'm going to go upstairs, see Joe, and then show us some of the other little bits that we got. I'm film for YouTube, Joe, just before I go through some of this. So now, as you can see, Joe is with me at this stage, and we're just going through the bits. It's like a usual thing we do. We bring back boxes of stuff, and if Joe and Emily are both there, we go through it together because it's super exciting, and the girls like to see all the new stuff that's coming in. So this is like the majority of the bunch that's come out of there. Again, I haven't checked any of these out yet. I've had them some in the past, and some have been all right. Some have not just been worth any time at all. But you've got Princess Di there at the back. You know, Queen there. You've got a lovely Tiffany style lamp, which I know can do well sometimes. Then you've got some Disney figures. You've got Captain Hook there. You've got Peter Pan there. You've got can't remember the fairy's name, whatever that is. And then you've got like little Tom and Jerry figures. They're quite old. And then you've got these Tony Blair and John Major novelty salt and pepper shakers. So there's a big variety of things there. I'm going to go through all that now. Got a creepy baby, which I'm going by a gut, and I'm just thinking it's definitely old. You can tell by the label. I'm going, you know, this is clean obviously, but I'm going gut feeling. I reckon someone will snap that up who's maybe from the 60s or 70s who remembers that. Creepy as hell, but we'll give that a go. Then there's some more bits here, like this is ABBA. I hate ABBA, but I know some people love ABBA, and that's still St. Michael's, probably from the 70s, 80s, still sealed. Tell you, cassette tape. You'll probably check it out. It'll probably only be worth £1, but it might be worth 20, 30 quid, who knows. Then some other little bits in there we've got to go through, and then little Andrex puppy in the box. Again, I don't know about any of this stuff, so I'm going to research it now and get back to you with some figures. Now, I've gone through pretty much all the items now, just to try and categorise what is what. Does it go back into the car boot pile, into the shop, into Etsy, into eBay? Struggling to find this little doll. So I've sent out a bit of help on our Instagram account, because usually people are really good at helping us. I've tried Google Lens, eBay, Etsy. Can't find the exact doll. It's Chilton Toys. So I've got the label. I'm guessing 1950s, maybe 1960s. I don't know, but can't find that doll, so I can't tell you much more about that. Most of the Royal Dalton and Coalport figures are like very, very low value. Some are rare, and some can be worth a lot. Unfortunately, didn't have any of them there. I mean, even Princess Di, sorry. Even she's not that. Yeah, you think it'd be higher, but it's like 10 to 20 quid, something like that. Then we got Tinkerbell. Looking at about £20 Tinkerbell, so that's pretty good. Then we've got Peter Pan, again, about £20. Again, which is, I'm happy with that. I think Hook was about 10 to 15, but Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, 20 quid each. And then we got the Andrex puppy, which is in the box with the bag, but not a lot. Looking at a tenner at best, 7 to 10 pounds. So that's probably something we'll end up throwing in the car boot, because it's kind of not really worth our time. By the time you pay your fees and whatever to list that to get 7 to 10 pounds, it's not really. So car boot that, we'll try and get 5 for a car boot. The Tiffany lamp you saw earlier, we're looking probably 40 to 60 pounds, a small one. And then the other Royal Dalton figures, a lot of them are like going to range from like £5 to £20. Some I might put into the shop, don't usually put them in the shop, but we've got lovely glass cabinets here, so I might display some of those in the shop. Some will go to car boot, some will go on eBay, not many of them. But one of the things that I probably disregarded, and probably everyone's shouting at me down the channel, was this ABBA. The only reason I didn't disregard it completely, I don't like ABBA, so I'm not rating it. I'm not thinking that's... Anyway, we looked it up. The only thing I can find that's sold is the tape itself, the cassette tape itself, this is obviously sealed. The tape cassette itself was probably £20. And that's the only one I could find. So, the fact that this is a complete set, it's sealed, cassette tape and the book, that they paid 99p for it. 99p they paid for that. So that could be, this is the sort of thing we put on eBay and we put starting bid 20 quid. And see where it goes. ABBA seems to be really popular stuff on eBay, even though I don't like it, other people love it. So that could be a real winner. So we'll keep an eye on that and we will update you at a later date to let you know what we achieve on that. That's quite good. So we'll see. Another item which I thought, was pretty cool was his novelty Tony Blair and John Major salt and pepper shakers. It's quite cool. Now, we've looked them up, and I can see a set has gone for £10. However, our set has the paperwork with it still. And it tells us that there was only 500 made, and this is set number 154. So I know it's not going to make it get, hundreds of pounds, but I'm hoping with that, we should be able to achieve £20 for the pair. I hope. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Although we didn't get much clothing, we did pick up from this particular job this green coat. It is brand new. All the labels are still in it. It's Marks and Spencer's, and they pay £65 for that originally, and it's never been worn. So that would be the sort of thing that goes over to a Vinted. I don't know, maybe we'll get 40-50 quid for that, as it's brand new. We'll see. But so, all in all, a really good little haul, including all the little trinkety bits, all the furniture that we got as well. It just helps us keep things stocked up for our eBay, Vinted and the shop. And this is just as a very, very small job. It took us like an hour and 20 minutes to clear that house, or what was there. So, really small job. Obviously, we do charge for our clearance services as well. So this stuff doesn't actually technically owe us anything, but we have to take into account we still have to pay for the shop, I still have to pay for staff, I still have to pay for electric and the runnings of this and tax. So although we didn't pay for this haul, it still costs us, there's still overheads to take into account. But that's all good. And if we can get that amount, from an hour's work, once or twice a week, then we are doing well. Obviously, sometimes we get more than others. But that is it for now. Just a really short, random video, just to let you know I'm still here. And we are still very much working away in the background. There is going to be a very, very exciting video dropping by us on Christmas Day. We are working very hard on working on our Christmas special, which is going to be going live. The actual video is going to be live on our Instagram on Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. The making of this video is going to be going live Christmas Day 10 a.m. We are actually recreating Doctor Who. We have been working hard, believe it or not, making the TARDIS, and I'm actually blown away how well we've made it. It's very much over 8 foot tall, 5 foot wide, lights all over it, or in it and on top of it. It's going to be good. We've even got an actor involved for this one. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're always up to lots of different things, random things. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Hopefully it's given some of you an insight into some of this and you've learnt something, because I've definitely learnt something, particularly the ABBA stuff. So you just never know. But guys, thank you for watching and join us next time.